We're going to finish up our little unit on logic here. So today we're doing biconditional statements. So if you wrote that down, what I need you to do for bell work today is I need you to take that phrase right there, that statement, and I would please like you to write the converse, inverse, and contrapositive. Please write the converse, inverse, and contrapositive. If you have forgotten these things, or you did not take good notes yesterday, over there on the right-hand side of the board, you can see I have what a statement is, inverse, the converse, and contrapositive. So go ahead and start there. We have lots of things to talk about, biconditional, the new ed motor page, the performance assessment, all this good stuff. So we'll get through this probably about 20, 25 minutes, so we'll be over. Oh, this is a coffee pot. Same coffee? Well, it helps with coffee.
Yeah. Well, I didn't do it well. I was back of it.
Oh, totally. Yeah, no.
What's the converse?
The converse is if Q then P. So you switch the hypothesis. You switch the hypothesis and then conclusion.
How would you do that for this case?
So right now it says if a polygon has three sides, then it is a triangle. If it is a triangle, then it is a polygon with three sides. Stop.
That's what I said. The baby is a big guy. Yeah, there's going to be five of them in our five. And how do you do it? I just found
you may want to slide over.
Yeah. So would it be the opposite? Would be if it is not a triangle, then
JP seems exceptionally friendly. I can't imagine him that like. JP doesn't like me. What? Jay, can you go? Can you give him that look? You see the look at his table? Yep. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, just getting some things written up here. So first I have us giving the inverse. So to find the inverse, we want to negate both P and Q. In this case, P was if a polygon has three sides. So negating if a polygon has three sides, what would we get? Victor, what should we get for the inverse? Yeah, what would we get? What would the inverse be? A polygon does not have three sides, then it is not a triangle. Alright? So if a polygon does not have three sides, then it is not a polygon, right? So we just negate. So those were both, that was a true state, so we have a false state. That's what I want to do. So that is the correct inverse. The converse. Alright? If the original statement was if a polygon has three sides, then it is a triangle, the converse is going to be what? Go ahead, Kate. I do. You want that? What would the converse be? Tell us what would the converse be. If it is a triangle, then it is a polygon, for example, right? So if it is a triangle, then it is a polygon with two. The only thing that's a little tough about this sometimes is just kind of making the sentence grammatically correct. Right?
It just sounds weird. The way it's worded initially and having that completely...
Like to start with structure a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, you know, grammar rules kind of prevail.
Yeah.
So next we're going to do the contrapositive. The contrapositive is negating the converse. Not even negate the converse. You got it.
The one above it.
The one above it, negate the one above it. So if it is not a triangle, then it is not a polygon with you. Alright, and the last thing that I'd like to know, looking at those three, looking at those four, the original one and all these, what is the truth value? So what is the truth value? Let's look at the first one. If a polygon has three sides, I think it's true. Then it is a triangle. I think it's true. So it's different overall. If true, then true would be true. If a polygon does not have three sides, then it is not a triangle. So that's true as well. If it is a triangle, then it is a polygon with these three sides. That's true. And if it is not a triangle, then it is not a polygon with three sides. That is also true. So all four statements were true. And that's the second thing over here. I did a little bit of your homework last night. I did a little bit. So go ahead and take a look at it. You can't not expect to do that and not get a response from me. It looks like this.
I'm just saying.
Probably. Well, it's very good. Okay, last night for homework, number one, you're supposed to negate those four statements. Negating P, George Washington was not president of the United States. That's what POTUS. Negating Q, okay, then do not draw a line to go in the ground. You do that. Okay, probably not. Negate R, a rectangle does not have 4 angles. And negate S, 9 minus 2 does not equal 11. Remember, looking back at the definition from yesterday, what is negation? Looking back at the definition from yesterday, what is negation? What does this mean when you use negation? Brandon, I can see you looking it up over there. Yes, this is the opposite truth value. So originally, for statement P, we said that George Washington was president of the United States. That's true. So by negating it, I want to say George Washington was not president of the United States. Rather false. 2A and B, you can see I wrote up all the symbols up there for you. So 2A, if P then Q is false, if Q then Q is true, if not P then not Q is true, and if not Q then not P was false. Okay, okay. Nelson's looking at me weird as I'm just kind of rattling through this thing. And I was giving him an awkward answer. Alright, B was if P then Q is true, if Q then P was true, if not P then not Q was true, and if not Q then not P was true. So, for those of you who were not here yesterday, or who are here yesterday, what we did yesterday is we took our original conditional statement, that first one, It's P then Q. That's that little symbol. It's P then Q. And what we did is we learned 3 new things yesterday. And there's a little chart up there to help you. We learned the converse. The converse is when you switch the hypothesis and the conclusion. You switch the spots. We also learned the vocab word that Brandon read to us. I asked him, what does negate mean? Well, negate means that your statement produces the opposite truth value. So originally it said George Washington was president. So the opposite truth value is George Washington was not president, and it was false. So the inverse is when you negate the statement, and the contrapositive is when you negate the comment. These copies of Political Free, they're also all online. I'll show you where they are. For 3A, 6P then Q is false, 6Q then Q is true, if not P then that Q is true, and if not Q then that Q is false. And for 4, if it is a bird and it flies, that's false. Counterexample, an airplane, a cannonball, a human. If it is not a bird, then it does not fly. That is also false. If it flies, then it is a bird. That's false. And if it does not fly, then it is not a bird. That is also false. It's all 4 of those. That is also incorrect. What I'd like to do is I'd like to show you some new resources that we have for you as a class. Katie, what's up?
Well, yeah, I studied this somebody
Good. It was supposed to make you laugh. Vivian Wells, she's a junior in my 3rd hour class. So.
I thought it was adorable thing on the football players.
Isn't she a junior? Is she a senior? She's a sophomore? No. I think she's a junior. Okay, these are, if you can take a look up at the screen, these are the new resources that I wanted to point your direction. Alright, so what we did is, instead of having an individual Edmodo for all the geometry classes, since we teach the same lessons on the same day, give the same homework and the same quizzes and the same assignments and all that stuff, we thought it would make much more sense to just go ahead and have a geometry Edmodo.
Now your class is like 9
We already have a framework. Yeah, for the most part. I mean, I think that's what we're doing. No, we're on, everyone's teaching the same thing today.
No, I'm saying like, how like some classes are like ahead of other classes.
Yes, that's correct. That is not happening anymore. There might be, like if I missed a day, we might be like off by a day, but I would always catch up by the next quiz. So that's like the limit, like how many people. If you get behind, you have to like next quiz.
So we have to add this.
So what I would do, you don't have to do anything. What I would do though, if I were you, I would take advantage of the resources that we're providing for you. The Edmodo code is up there, and it will live somewhere on the board. It is lowercase b0, I8, UR. If you'd like to take a minute, you have the Edmodo app on your phone, you can go ahead and log in line copy. Sure. It is lowercase b0, lowercase I8, UR. The nice thing about the Edmodo account is what we're going to start to do is we're going to put more resources up there than what can go on Synergy easily. Let's say, for instance, that you missed yesterday's class. And you're like, looking at the notes, I'm not quite sure what we did. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on to Edmodo, and Mr. Childers was nice enough to record it. So this is yesterday's lesson. It's all 50 minutes. I think 4 hours took it. Maybe 1 hour took it.
Then where's the...
So let's say you maybe only wanted to see a particular part. Let's say, it's close to the end. You didn't quite get one of those examples down, and you wanted to see one of those examples. You can go back, you can watch them over those examples. So remember, this is actually us yesterday. I filmed us. This is when I had the air horn out. And how this is your class. Yesterday you guys looked up, didn't you? One here, right? But so yeah, so all I have to do, which is really nice, is I'm actually recording all of it. So today's lesson will have me going on to Edmodo, which is also cool because it will give me an opportunity to use the post. So I guess you're Edmodo, you can get it. Yeah, B018UR. Mr. Bennett and I. No, they're all lowercase. B0I8UR. Mr. Bennett and I seem to be the most that are posting right now in terms of posting resources. If you didn't want to watch the entire video, if you scroll down, you can see when Mr. Bennett is done with a page of notes, all he does. Well, anyway, there. All he does is he just takes a picture of his page of notes. It's pretty good. And that's now going to Alright, so that's resource number one. So please make use of things that we give you. It is there. People have been complaining a lot about synergy. Here is another resource that I just uploaded for you. I found this when I was searching around through stuff in the vast internet. No, I will not post funny cat videos. You can go on to Class Zone, and you can see, this is actually the textbook that I have class copies of here in class. And let's say you wanted to look at some resources, or you want to look at some different activities or whatever, you go to conditional statements here, and you can see what they have listed for all these different things. I have been messing around with it, and I found a way to kind of, yes? Okay. And just a way to kind of like work into it to actually get the entire text, and I want to be able to do that for you. Otherwise, my TA is going to start taking pictures of the textbook. I don't think she wants to do that. Ready? Andrea? Yeah, Andrea. She's my TA. She plays volleyball. What's the last name? Burnett. Burnett. Okay, and the other thing you do is let's talk about the performance assessment before we get started today. So if you were logging on to Edmodo and adding me, or seeing my awesome unicorn picture from earlier on Instagram, since I am off there. Kids took pictures of me teaching with the unicorn. Yeah, all 30 people.
What happened to you?
It's all junior.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. Oh, Carlos Ortiz, yeah, he's a Probably. Rachel Succo, you can start. No, stop. You're going to lose your phone. Thank you. All right, let's talk about our performance assessment. It is due on Friday, not Tuesday. I've told you that multiple times. It is due on Friday, not Tuesday. If it says Tuesday, because I'm too lazy to upload the one that says Friday. So you know it's due on Friday. If you want to turn it in early, you can. It'll bring your grade up, for sure. So if you had like a 58 and you wanted to be able to play soccer or wrestling or basketball, it would bring you up a good amount.
Well, the first 5% of your grade is the first 5%.
Sure. We shouldn't make promises. Notice that every day that it is late, you're going to get 10 percentage points off. That does include Saturday and Sunday, as it will be a digital thing that you turn in. So since you're going to turn it digitally, you can still turn it over the weekend. So I'm counting those days off. This does need to be typed. So when you go on either Synergy or Edmodo, you can just download the Word document and you can just type all your answers in. So let's talk about what it actually looks like. What we need to do is to go out and find this code. Any code. The example that we're going to use in class today, and the one thing that I would stress is to not ask a whole bunch of questions about plugins, because we use it in class, it negates it, and we're not allowed to use it. So we're just going to talk about the one example together. But if you want to talk about something after class and you're confused, feel free. So if you need some help kind of crafting that original conditional statement, that's why I'm here. I'll help you out. All right, the Army uses the slogan, Army Strong. So what would the conditional statement be? So the conditional statement that I came up with was, if you're in the Army, then you're Army Strong. It's pretty straightforward, right? If you're in the Army, then you're Army Strong. So then what it wants us to do is it just wants us to write everything we've learned so far. So if the conditional statement was, if you're in the Army, then you're Army Strong. The converse of that would be, if you're Army Strong, then you're in the Army. The inverse of that would be, if you're not in the Army, then you're not Army Strong. And the contrapositive of that would be, is if you're not Army Strong, then you're not in the Army. That's what we want you to do for whatever slogan you pick. There's one more. And if you're having problems coming up with that original conditional statement, that's probably the hard part for some of you, is getting it if, then, and getting it how you want it. Please come talk to me. I can help you make it real quick. Not a big deal. I had another student come up and talk to me out there and help you there. Okay. The thing that we don't know yet is a biconditional statement. And once we know what a biconditional statement is, I'll be sure to come back. So that's kind of the quick and easy part. It should take you about, I would say, 3 minutes to get the slogan. Then we have analyze the statements that you wrote down and answer the following questions. These complete sentences, and it needs to be typed. You can type it out and then print it and hand it in on Friday, or you can email me, or you can put it in Dropbox or Moto, or Dropbox on Synergy, so any of those resources you can use. So what was the advertisement trying to tell you? Is the advertisement realistic? Why did you choose the slogan? How could the slogan affect someone's decision? Do you think that the advertisement succeeded in full, and why? Would you buy the product based only on the slogan? Why? What suggestions would you make to change the slogan? None is not a good answer. So, this is worth 5% of your grade. Let me be very clear. To get an A on this, I want a paragraph for each one of them. Which is not that much.
For the ones that don't include the...
Obviously, yes.
Okay.
Not the individual statement, as you would not write a paragraph right there. Yeah. So, what was the advertisement trying to tell me? I would want you to write 3 or 4 sentences about what was it trying to tell you. I don't think this is that much to ask.
Okay, 3 or 4 sentences?
What's up? Sure. Sure. Of course. I will read everything.
Like, he's thinking that he's not reading.
I caught on a while ago.
He's thinking. Not gonna read it.
I'm just saying. Do a good job. Just put me in a good mood, and it'll definitely make reading it much easier. No, I think I'm just going to go give it to you. Like, this is your thing. I don't know what happened. And then I'll be like, I think we have this game. Hopefully they grade it. That's my goal. You know what, Emily? 2 people giggled at me? I'll take it.
Well, I did go with
You did. Because you're kind of like a bad mood on something.
Yeah, me.
Are you in a better mood today? You feel better? That's true! She does not. She definitely has that last. I don't know. I mean, awesome. What is a conditional statement? This is your last definition for this week. If a conditional statement and its converse have the same truth value, then they are biconditional. If a conditional statement and its converse have the same truth value, then they are biconditional.
A little harder.
I've been talking a couple weeks. There's only 2 calories. Well, it's fun. It is up here, yes, I did, as usual, things that I want you to write down if you have them. So, as like most people, even tall people, always want to be taller.
I want to be short. I want to be taller.
I want to be taller. I was 6'5".
I'm 5. Because I like tall guys. So the shorter I am, the taller the guys.
The shorter you are, the more guys there are.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're pretty small. Yeah, recently I've seen some, they're all short, and they're short now. Yeah.
Oh, my.
Longer than
And then it's getting pretty more and more generous.
Pretty soon we're all just gonna be bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think-
Because we all take
So
pictures.
4 foot is tall.
I'm pretty sure that I'm just going to get a whole bunch of YouTube hits, but people are only going to be watching like the non-teaching sections of the, like that little minute right there is going to have like all sorts of spikes. So if you just like listen to this hour talk about being short, like that's what it's going to be.
I'm like, I'm gonna go back every day and just listen to it, just listen to my comments throughout.
Fast forward. I have fast forward though.
All right. So what is a biconditional statement? If a conditional statement and its converse have the same truth values, then they are a biconditional statement. So let's take a look at what that means. Let's look back at bell work. So for bell work, we wrote this. If a polygon has 3 sides, then it is a triangle. We said that that was true. And then we wrote the converse. The converse was, if it is a triangle, then it is a polygon with 3 sides, and that was true. So we can create a biconditional statement if the converse is true and the statement is true. They both hold the same truth value. In this case, do they hold the same truth value, Mr. Riley? Do they hold the same truth value? Yeah, that's true. So what we would do is we would rewrite it as such. It is a triangle. If and only if, that is the key part. If and only if it is a polygon with 3 sides.
Why do you have to write notes if it's part of the thing too?
It is. Right. Lead me to the next thing. Yes, the symbols for this look like this. We do a P, and we do it up. There are arrows on both sides. Up. There are arrows on both sides. What did you know? Where did that come from? Well, if we look back up here, we can see that it's if P then Q, if Q then P. So we just stick the arrows and like, oh, they go the same way. So they go. They go. So there is another way that you can write that exact same statement. I think you will like it because it makes it shorter. You can write, it is a triangle if and only if. That capital IFF means if and only if. It is mathematical shorthand. You can use it on tests. You can use it on standardized tests, on anything. IFF means if and only if.
Why would you need O there?
Because you don't need it. Just don't need it. Alright. So what I'd like you to do.
Yeah, I like my coffee stuff. Yeah, I like some coffee. And they're like these like products I would never.
Josh, you done? Alright. What I'd like you to do is I'd like you to take this statement right here. If 2 points lie in a plane, and the line containing them lies in the plane. What I want you to do first, I want you to do 2 things. One, I'm telling you, this is a biconditional statement. You don't have to prove it. But what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to rewrite that as a biconditional statement. And what I want you to do is I want you to kind of draw what it's saying. So I want you to draw what it is saying. Right? It's a big part of geometry. We want to be able to draw it.
What should be?
What?
What can be?
And the line containing. Containing. Apologies all around.
With
Except.
the
Katie, what's up, Bill?
okay.
Perfect time.
Ooh, okay.
All right.
Wait, what are we supposed to do?
I want you to take this statement right here, and I want you to write it as a biconditional. I'm telling you that it's biconditional, and I want you to write it as a biconditional. It's just like what we did. So you're going to use the if and only if. And then, if you get finished with writing it, what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to try and draw it.
What did you say?
I'd like you to try and draw it. I'm from Northeast Ohio, so I have that weird little thing. Draw. Because we needed it to be able to filter the students better. So instead of me having 50 students in here who all need different things, now I just have geometry students on a particular day. Or I just have upper level. So the 3 people doing geometry students only have geometry students on those days. So it'll make it nicer because it's just geometry. As of right now, there's no more doing on Thursdays until we make more teachers do. I don't miss a whole lot of things, but I totally miss something. All right. Did anyone come up with a good drawing for this? Is anyone able to come up with a good drawing for this? No one? All right. So first, so it says if 2 points lie in a plane. So let's make a plane. Yeah, let's make a plane like this, like you're used to this, the graphing plane. So I just made a plane. So if 2 points lie in a plane, so let's put a point here and a point here. And the line containing them lies in that plane. So let's take a line that goes through those 2 points. Is the line also in the plane? Is the plane? Is the plane? Is the line also in the graphing plane? James? Is the line in the graphing plane? So visually, that's what that is saying. What I'd like someone to do is I'd like someone to tell me how did you rewrite that as a biconditional statement. Ariana, how did you rewrite that as a biconditional statement?
I don't get it.
That's right. Okay.
What is? Oh, what it means? Here's the line. Plane. Plane. If and only if the line.
No, in fact, it's no longer going to be anything.
That's where I was.
Is that correct?
That is correct, yes.
Incorrect.
Well, I didn't spell it right, but yes.
What did you spell it?
Good luck. So 2 points line a plane, if and only if the line containing them lies in the plane. Something I'm making fun of. Alright, let's try another one. That one didn't go so hot for everybody. Got him! Got him! You're basic almost everybody. Alright. Say what again?
Just go listen.
The last one? I can go back to it. Alright. 2 points lie plane if and only if the line containing them lies in the plane. Okay. Alright. What I'd like you to do, this is the statement, if P then Q. So this is if P then Q. What I'd like you to do is I would like you to write if Q, then P. So start there. Please write if Q, then P. Okay.
Wait, so it's already in the CDQ, right?
Yes.
Now we have to just switch it.
Correct. You just need to
If
switch
it's
the
alive.
hypothesis and the conclusion. In other words, I want you to write the JP, what would the converse be? Or what, P is. If it is alive, then it is real. Well, let's think about that.
So the plants are alive and they don't breathe.
Let's talk about that for a second, okay? So if it is breathing, then it is alive. So what I want you to do is think back to 2 days ago. What do we have to provide if something is false? We have to provide not just an example, not a true example.
Like the whole thing is
It starts with C.
Contrary.
Counter example. So if it is breathing, then it's alive. Let's start with the first statement. Andre, I'm going to drop take it. I need it right now. We'll talk about it. If it is breathing, then it is alive. So don't go with a counterexample to show that that is false. If it is breathing, then it is alive. They have cellular respiration. They're still breathing. Well, no, that's good, Katie, because you're thinking. All right? If it is breathing, then it is alive. So don't go with a counterexample for if it is breathing, then it's alive. Let's start there. It is true. Yeah, it's true. There's not. I can't go with the counterexample. If you can on the video, you're better than me. Fish, they breathe. No, they breathe oxygen through their gills. Man, biology is going to be a doozy of a class. They breathe out. They pull oxygen out of the water and it passes over their gills. What'd you say, Hunter? Oh, that's okay. You're in school to learn, right? All right. Can someone come up with a counterexample for if it is alive, then it is breathing? Can someone come with a counterexample?
No.
It's dead, it's not breathing. Right, which would be the what? That would be the contrapositive, right? If it is dead, then it is not breathing. And that would be a true statement as well, right? So we have two true statements here. If the statement and the converse are true, what kind of relationship do they have? Jennifer, what are we talking about right now? What's the big word we're talking about? About that last word. Last word. Biconditional, right? If the statement and the converse produce the same truth value, then they're biconditional. Go ahead and, let's type our answer in. Yeah, on your clicker. What I would like you to do, I would like you to click in or type in the biconditional statement. And there's one right there if you want to. Yeah. No. So using the if and only if. Yep. Just like that. Yep.
Wait. Biconditional is what?
No. Biconditional means that both the.
What do we type in?
I want you to take those two statements and push them together and make a biconditional statement.
What?
Use the if and only if in the middle.
Okay.
I don't have any know.
Where's your know what a biconditional statement is?
That's it right there. Conditional statement. Can we use ISF? Okay, I like the final like this. If only if you right?
So wait, I don't get what you
Yeah.
right. You didn't explain it to me all the way.
I did walk away.
Huh?
I did. If the children is frustrated, then you walk away.
But because I didn't use if and only if.
So, what I need you to do is I need you to write a statement. I need you to write a statement,
Okay,
Kate,
wait, what I write?
that
If
takes,
it's breathing, if and only if it's alive?
No. It is.
Oh, it is breathing?
I just felt I don't like to use
I put it is breathing, if and only if it's breathing.
No, it's breathing. It's your quarterback.
Oh, I just erased my entire thing.
Like dramatically dropping the ball.
all right. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
Hold on, I erased mine on
11,
accident.
12, 13 working on it. No, those people here. What number are you now? Are you 20? Yeah. 20 Katie's still working. 24, 25 are in. 29, 30, and 31 are in.
I think
You can do that. You know. I mean, if the numbers got switched and it all happens, then I'd have to do anything. Anybody? Still working?
no one's still working.
One person still working. Enid's still working. Enid?
Oh.
You bring it? Yeah, I think you might plug it into the meeting. You know, like. Oh, Carly.
That kid's never there.
Yeah, but I need him. Need a partner. No, there's no partner.
I mean, there's 3 people, and that we
You're a
know.
lot. Right, like I need someone, like you need a partner, like in the class, it works very well.
Who's in the front, right there?
Yeah, what happened to Stella? Yeah, Stella somewhere.
Stella got suspended, Maria doesn't come to school. Maria she doesn't come to school. Stella got suspended, I don't know what happened to that kid.
I saw him this morning. I forgot. I saw him this morning.
All right.
He was doing my classroom, and I said, you never here. Ever.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop it real quick. Let's see what we got here. No. All right. If and only if it is breathing, then it is alive. Okay. We need that if and only if in the middle. So it is alive. If and only if it's breathing, it is breathing. If and only if it's alive. If it's
So is it, if it's alive, if it's alive, it's, I can't.
So there are 2 ways you could have written it. Victor, what's one way? Go try again. Victor? Okay, try again. Nope. If it's breathing. Alright.
I got it.
Let's go with non-real. Let's see what I got here.
Okay, it is alive.
That's right? That's right?
No!
Oh, you got it? Okay.
If
I got it.
That's right.
it is alive, if and only if it is breathing.
Good.
I just
What's the other way you could say it? What's the other way you could say it, Kelton?
It is breathing if and only if it is alive.
Yeah.
I can't do that if it only is. It sounds
Just
so
say
loud.
if. So we're 2.
I have one like that, but it's like.
Unlike you, if you could, I need about 30 seconds of your time to kind of chat with you here at the end of class. So here's an example of a statement and a concept. The statement, if a number ends in 0, and the number is divisible by 5. Ladies, I ask for your undivided attention for some reason. If a number ends in 0, the number is divisible by 5. That is a true statement. The other statement is false. This cannot be written as a biconditional statement. Enjoy your evening. I'll see you tomorrow. We're having a quiz.
You have a great day.
Yeah, on the left.
Thank you. No,
I'm gonna go back and just to hear what people are talking about with their voices.